out now in the soup, we break a hip skating with the stars.
Whoopsie.
Bask in Oprah's modesty.
Yes, you dumb bitch.
And get blood on our hands with Sarah Palin.
She seemed like a huge brat about the whole thing.
Plus a big friggin' drunk on my big friggin' wedding. The sing-off gets Acappella on our ass. And the kick-ass clip of the week.
I got the music in me.
Now, here's the host who's leaking wikis for you, Joel McHale.
Thank you, intern. Thank you, Vegas. Welcome to the building. Stay warm. Welcome to the soup. I want you to know I have reached a compromise with Congress. Your unemployment benefits will now come in the form of free plastic surgery during your wedding day. Yes. Notice how they don't show their faces. Now, skating, celebrities, and Dick Button news. Dick Button. Thank you, Dick. It's been about 35 years since Motley Crue singer Vince Neil skated competitively. And about 25 years since he skated on a vehicular homicide charge. But you'd never know it as he effortlessly teetered around the ice on Skating with the Stars, showing all the poise of an aging rock star on skates. But he would make a connection with Judge Dick Button, I believe.
I'm really glad that you went and saw that. Their stroking was better. You're beginning to remember what you did at the age of 12.
Watching his sister take showers? Oh, the way you move that sweat sock around the ice. It may be the biggest news on Earth news. Brad Pitt grabbed Angelina's butt. Whoa. He has all the news details.
The Taurus red carpet was so hot, Brangelina could not keep their hands off of each other.
For realies.
Oh, you're ripping off Edward R. Murrow. Good night and for realies. And you call yourself a... What do you guys call yourselves? Anyway, the sing-off has quickly become my favorite primetime a cappella competition show among those that are hosted by Nick Lachey.
Stay out of it, Nick Lachey.
My favorite parts of the sing-off are the mildly amusing and innocently clever names of each competing group. However, this year, one group has taken their wordplay far, far too far.
We met up in LA to see if the Backbeat's brand new blend can take them to the top. We visited their hometown of Cherry Hill, New Jersey to check out the game plan with Men of Note. We went to Boston's Berklee College of Music to get a lesson from Pitch Slapped.
Pitch slapped? Poor form. Didn't you even consider tapping that brass? The rhythm methods? How about the camel tones? Come on, you lazy sons of bitches. This is a cappella we're dealing with. I like that one. In celebrity relationship news, congratulations to Danny Bonaducci, who got married to his girlfriend of 3 years, Amy Railsback. In sad news, our deepest condolences go out to Amy Railsback, who married boyfriend of 3 years, Danny Bonaducci. The couple met in a Starbucks. She was there sipping a latte, and he was there sipping an ashtray. We love you, Danny, and we know you're standing on a box in that picture. Sorry, Danny. In TV news, A&E has canceled the Hasselhoffs after just 2 episodes. Oh, no. This is going to probably drive the Hoff to drink. MTV is reportedly casting a new crop of pregnant teenagers for their hits Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant. And industry insiders have reported that many teens are getting pregnant just to score an audition, which makes me a little worried about MTV's new show, 16 and Impaled by a Walrus Tusk. I'm gonna be famous! 16-year-old voice. Oprah had a big week. She got interviewed by Barbara Walters and denied being a lesbian for the 1 millionth time, then proved it by crying when talking about Gail. A verifiable lesbian would have started to cry, choked it back, and then bought Gail a Subaru and a German Shepherd. Oprah was also honored by the Kennedy Center, and Access Hollywood was there as she modestly explained what it meant to her.
It means that all of the hours and all of the sacrifice and all of the lack of balance and all of the giving to other people and not taking time for yourself actually paid off because some people were paying attention.
I'm sorry, what did you say your name was again? Oh, no matter. It's just nice to see the Kennedy Center honoring the little people who work quietly behind the scenes and never get any recognition. Congratulations, ma'am, whoever you are. While in D.C., Oprah took time to make eye contact with a cameraman, and Inside Edition has the footage.
During her busy weekend in D.C., Oprah took the time to give a little advice to a cameraman.
A favorite gift for my mom. She's not doing well.
You know, a wonderful thing is that jewelry box that's at Moose that I had on favorite things.
That's too expensive for me.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's like $100 and some dollars.
A little low on my price budget.
Lower than $100?
Lower than $100? Gail, do they even make bills smaller than $100? I wish I could help. I mean, I can help. I just wish I wanted to. In musicians and their causes news, Tommy Lee and PETA are calling for the release of an orca whale from SeaWorld. Lee claims, quote, the way you get his sperm is by having someone get into the pool and masturbate him with a cow's vagina filled with hot water. Even in my wildest days with Motley Crue, I never could have imagined something so sick and twisted. Really? Could you have imagined something as sick and twisted as this? Oh, Vince Neil. Yeah, I don't see you calling for his release. In much sloppier news, Khloe Kardashian has come under fire for comments she made on Lopez tonight regarding the TSA's aggressive security checks at airports by saying, quote, well, they basically just are raping you in public. The TSA said they just have to be more thorough with large Middle Eastern men. So sorry. He's just sitting right there. What am I supposed to do? Let's have some chats, too. Yeah!
So meaty.
Christmas came early and gave us the Fran Drescher Talk Show. That's right, it's with a W. Funny. Here's Fran telling the story of when she was seduced by a gentleman caller and old lady hijinks ensued.
Recently, I was seeing this guy in his 30s. No baby, but, you know, I'm 53 with a hysterectomy. I could be his mother. But, of course, he didn't know that. Men never seem to have any idea how old I am. But whatever age they guess, I agree to, because it's better than the truth. So a few weeks ago, I was with him, and, you know, the red wine's kicking in, things are starting to get a little heated, and all of a sudden, his hand brushes across my estrogen patch. And he says, what is this, for birth control? And I said, yes.
That is the funniest hysterectomy story ever told. Keep going. I feed on your levity. Wow. On the Today Show, Kathy Lee gave us an important history lesson. And a really important history lesson.
Yeah. And we're delighted that you're here with us today. Some people will always remember today as Pearl Harbor Day. Absolutely. And time to remember everyone who sacrificed there. But it was also the day that I had my Broadway debut 11 years ago.
I'll never forget that day. Everything seemed so peaceful, not a cloud in the sky. Then from out of nowhere, this horrible sound. People crying out for mercy, praying to God that it would end. Hard to believe it was just a Broadway debut. You say yourself. All right, now comes the part of the show where we spread some warmth. I'm not kidding. The Today Show did a story on the family of one of our fallen heroes and helped a Christmas wish come true for a little boy. The little boy immediately repaid the favor by giving this to us.
He was a big kid at heart, and he loved being right in there with the kids, and just family was everything to him. He loved his family, and he would give anything for his family.
So what are your dreams and hopes for this Christmas, Denise?
I just want to see my kids smile, and I think that sometimes we lose ourselves in the grief sometimes, and it's hard to the letter that you wrote to Christmas decor.
What? let me, Caitlin, maybe it'll help if I tell you all to go outside now, okay? and see what we have. We have a little surprise for you.
And the kid walked out the door onto the Today Show set and was named the new co-host of the 4th hour. I want that kid on there. Nice job. I like that kid. When Good Day New York's Greg Kelly isn't busy not knowing things, he spends his time uncovering thought-provoking details about his guests. Like here, when he discovers some exciting information about New York Post columnist Cindy Adams and her dogs.
Yes, they are. This is Juicy. This is my daughter. This is Juicy.
Now, who's this?
That's my son. That's Jazzy. Can't you tell the difference? He has short hair.
Of course.
This is long hair. This is my daughter.
Oh, I also noticed this one has a penis.
No, that's her lipstick. Here's this week's Decision Do-Over. Why is that a new?
This week's Decision Do-Over moment comes from Cops.
Get on the ground. Stay right there.
That less fast than a taser suspect isn't the only one who needs a do-over. Show it to me again. Don't waste time with do-overs. Do it right the first time. Bing. Stay tuned for Celebrity Rehab's latest train wrecks, plot twists on Survivor, Sarah Palin shooting to kill, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Welcome back. It's reality show clip time. On Survivor Nicaragua, it's coming to an end. Unlike Jimmy Johnson's General Sherman-size extends enhanced penis, which just keeps going and going and going and going. And while this season has proved to be uneventful, it looks like next week's episode is going to make up for all of that.
Next time on Survivor.
Come on in, guys.
With only 2 episodes left, the stakes are higher than ever.
Sash, I'll take back the necklace.
And at the challenge, the winners get enough luxury to keep them strong until the end.
Oh, man.
And as for the losers,
they will be taken and executed.
Finally! Someone's been reading my letters! Does anyone else think this is how the show should have been run from the beginning?
I do.
Thank you, Jimmy Johnson. Maybe you could beat them to death with your huge penis. This week's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta started with Kim making a simple phone call to a friend, and she intended to give a simple explanation for it, but the voices in her head had other ideas.
Hello?
What are you doing, babe?
Unpacking.
Tracy's a DJ, and I met her because she wanted to remix Tardy for the Party. We'd sit there and listen to music all day and all night and just jam to music, and it was fun. And we had sex. Okay, great. Quiver.
Wonderful, good. Spasm. Fine, dandy, aneurysm. Dappy doodle, anal cramps. Brain hemorrhage, sorry I haven't been the same since my sex change. Weird. The contestants on Top Chef were challenged to prepare a snack for children. The kids were blasé about it.
These children had so much sugar, they were going ballistic.
You may think that kid was on a sugar high. You're wrong. He was a coked up ass. See it. Right here. On the Millionaire Matchmaker, Patty tries to find the perfect woman for Dave. But judging by his game, I'm surprised he hasn't already found many, many women on his own.
Have a seat, make yourself comfortable.
He was hard for me to conversate with. I just feel like there was nothing there.
I want to go on a cruise. I tried to do it once before. Didn't go well. The girl I wanted to take didn't want to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It happens.
When you say it happens, is that like we all get rejected, but it builds character and we move on happens? Or we all get rejected, which is why I have to embalm their ungrateful corpses and take them on the Disney cruise with me so they can see what they're missing happens? You're tough to conversate with. On Sarah Palin's Alaska, Sarah goes into the Alaskan wilderness to do some hunting, and she's got a plan.
When I spend the night in bear country, there are two things I always want with me: a loaded rifle and my dad.
And when I leave bear country, there's only one thing I want with me: an empty rifle. The new season of Celebrity Rehab so far has featured Rachel Yucatel claiming she is addicted to love, and Janice Dickinson wandering from room to room, rambling incoherently about the goings-on like some sort of over-Botoxed Greek chorus. Oil-air socialite Jason Davis looks pretty good.
So, Jason, you're diabetic, is that right?
Type
2. Have you lost some weight?
150 pounds.
You've lost 150 pounds. Good for you. How'd you lose the weight?
Heroin.
Well, think about it. More people would do that if insurance covered it. Hi, Dr. Drew. The Travel Channel aired a special called Sturgis about the famed biker rally. As you can imagine, security is an issue at the rally, and the police never know who they're going to wind up arresting.
I work undercover with you guys.
Ain't that special?
Yeah. You dumb kids.
He's calling us names, swearing at us.
Exercise your right to remain silent.
Go in there, I'll break your
If I were you, sir, I would exercise your right to remain silent right about now.
Don't tell no one I'm Paula Abdul's boyfriend.
Nah, it's true. She calls me her little lightweight. And now for our new segment, Are They Talking About Horse Sex? And it's a twofer. First, from True Life, I Can't Have Sex. This girl may want to think about trying a different kind of partner.
The first time I tried to have sex, it hurt a lot. I thought that it was just because I was young and it was my first time. But every time after that, it was the same. It wasn't normal.
No! That is not normal at all! Unless you grew up in Tijuana or Juarez. There's a new show on Investigation Discovery called Hookers Saved on the Strip about a born-again woman who tries to help prostitutes in Las Vegas. In the premiere, she takes some of the women to a horse ranch, and the owner of the ranch has some interesting ideas for the ladies.
I'm taking the girls horseback riding to get them outside and into the fresh, clean desert air.
We're going to learn some things with these horses and share what they have to offer. The outside of a horse is what's really good for the inside of a woman.
No, it's not! Did you watch that first clip about horse sex? We have an entire segment about it. Oh, boy. All right.
Dear Santa, this Christmas, can I get some clips that don't feature horse sex? While this doesn't seem like something I should need to ask for, apparently it's become an issue. Also, I'd like some 25-year-old McAllen to wash away the memories of the horse sex clips you didn't stop, Santa. Please don't drink the McAllen and try to replace it with some swill. I'm on to you, fat man. Thank you, Joel. We'll be right back.
Hold on for a big friggin' bachelorette party you won't believe, an extra bubbly Iron Chef, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
I make one phone call, I could have a house full of broads tonight.
Welcome back. Before those WikiLeaks posers started publishing our nuclear launch codes on their blog, Iron Chef America was divulging sensitive cooking information. Here is how they do it on the Food Network.
Today's secret ingredient is sparkling wine.
Yeah, they can't use wine on that show until it's been circumcised. The Price is Right has been test casting a handful of different announcers to see who gets the coveted job of turning audience members into Manchurian candidates by saying their name over a PA system. This week, I found out the announcer job has other duties, too.
Next prize, please.
Marc Jacobs Accessories.
I've been in here for 3 weeks. I've been surviving on Marc Jacobs hand lotion. Which brings us to our clip of the week. On my big friggin' wedding, we're almost at the big day, and Alyssa went out for her bachelorette party, and her mom had too much to drink, so they had to pull over the party bus so she could puke in a stranger's driveway. But then her friend got naked, and they wouldn't film it, which, of course, they did anyway. Then everyone on the bus started fighting, and an ambulance came, and Alyssa cried because she thought her mom was dead, which made her sad, but not as sad as missing the rest of her bachelorette party. But I don't want to spoil it for you. Take a look.
My mom is about to die in the corner.
Yeah, get it out.
Come on.
She can't.
She's 40 years old.
Stop. I'm gonna get naked. Look at her. She's like really
Come on. Pick her up.
naked.
Let's go. Pick her up.
Naked. You can't do this.
Jackie, we need your help. We're gonna pick her up.
I know, but they can't do this because I'm naked.
My mom's puking dead in the bushes, pretty much. And now, like, we need an ambulance. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to go to Casbah for my bachelor party, or am I supposed to go to the hospital with my mom?
Mr. Bachelor, yeah, he's
my mom's dead in the bush.
Vomit is the least awful thing to come out of her mother. That's good, right? All right. See what comes out of my mouth December 31st at the Borgata in Atlantic City. See you next week.